Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow Holotable hustlers, you're tuned into Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. the other Sean, and sitting across the Holotable from me is Josh, a.k.a. the Golden Pop-Tart.
So I feel bad that we're doing this recording and you're talking to air today.
I'm talking to the letter N.
that's all it is. Not even J. A little bit on the struggle bus today. Well, you won't lie. It's just things aren't working exactly right. So if throughout this whole thing, like you hear something, cracking,
it's probably Josh's connection. We had it up and running, but it kept crashing. And so we're just doing it without Josh's webcam. And that's fine. We don't stream a video version of this anyways. But there will probably be times when I'm talking and I don't have that visual cue of am I making any sense? Or is he asleep? Has he left? Who knows?
We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just do one of those soundboards. So that way, if there is something, then I'll just, pop that out. Who knows?
Just a subtle duck quacking if you are in agreement. Not a huge week. This is one of those weeks where there is not a new character release. That's not to say that nothing happened, though, because we do have some new data mine info, as well as some Lightspeed bundles that have already started to show up in store. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to riff on our feels a little bit tonight. And I'm not going to get negative, but I'm also not going to get positive. No, we're going to talk about how we're feeling about various game modes, because that's the nature of this game. You play it for a long time and it ebbs and it flows, what you're interested in and what sometimes you lose interest in certain modes. So we'll get into all of that shortly. But of course, first, we got to start with celebrating some blurf days. This week, we have just a couple, but they're big ones. They're big, scary characters. The first one being Captain Drogon. And I'm not joking when I say big, scary character, because that man can torch. He's a fun guy to play.
It's just awesome that he can just one shot. I mean, there's certain times where he can one shot. It just feels good. It just feels good. And
it does.
It's nice too that it's a basic.
Yeah, his basic is powerful. His ability that I don't know anyone's ability names, but the one that grants the buff to someone else and gives them extra buffs throughout the rest of the battle. Very cool. And he's got a flamethrower machine thing. Gotta love it. It's a satisfying character to use, and we love that. Now, speaking of satisfying characters to use, on the first is Maul. And I don't think I mentioned Drogon is 2 years old. 2 years he's been in the game. Maul is going to be hitting 4 years on the first.
Wow. Also
a very satisfying character to use. And it's a little sad to me that he's not really an ideal part of a Vader team anymore.
Agreed.
Because I don't really use that Mandalorian team anywhere near as much as I used to use the original Lord Vader team. It's just that first move, you do the AoE and you get up to 5 stacks of evil guy or whatever. And you know that your second turn is just going to be so satisfying with him. It's just going to be bam, 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 bam. And it does not disappoint. Each hit gets harder than the last. And he's just a real rotten fella. And I like him.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like the Grinch there, right? So I mean,
a little bit. He He is kind of the Grinch of Star Wars, isn't he? His obsession with getting back at Obi-Wan, just like the Grinch wanted to get back at the Whovians for picking on him when he was a kid. Yeah.
Man, he probably eats some glass too, right?
Oh, I bet. He looks like a glass eater.
I know, right?
And then on that same day, Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, another very scary character. We're all terrified of Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. You know what? He can be scary in Conquest, though.
Yeah.
He can be a massive pain in Conquest because he just won't die, which can be good if you're trying to cheese something, but can just be a huge pain. And that's it. And he is what? He's 9 years. 9 years he's been in the game. I'm sorry, I just whistled. I don't know how terrible that's going to be on the recording, but
it sounded okay to me. So.
I tried to do an inward whistle, so at least it wouldn't like blow on the microphone or make it terrible. So yeah, that's it for Blurf Days. It's not many, but it's good ones. All right, let's take a quick look at this week's upcoming in-game events brought to you by SWGoH for a complete list of past, present, and future events. SWGoH is a universe of info in a galaxy of heroes. Now, we are at the end of the month, so the calendar is old and it's subject to change. There's probably going to be some stuff popping up that we don't know about yet. But as of now, as we record, we know that on the 29th, we have Ghosts of Dathomir to get your Night Sister zombie and or spirit shards. On the 30th, we will be doing an assault battle. It's going to be Places of Power. So get ready, kids. On the 31st,
get ready.
We'll have a Stardust transmission. That's, of course, the Profundity Fleet Mastery event. And then on the 1st, we have two things happening. We have a Omega battle on Bespin, as well as it's a Monday. So that's the start of round 2 of this conquest. To give me a chance to do... Let's talk conquest for just a second here, because I have two goals going into this conquest. One is, and this might tie into our feels a little bit, but I did not max crate last time. So one priority is I got to do it this time. Like, I'm not waiting an extra month to get Maz Kanata in hopes that she helps my miserable pirates do something worthwhile in the raid. So I do have to make sure I do that. The other thing is I don't need to go crazy with Datacron farming like I usually do, because I did a good amount of Datacron farming in that first one, which is why I didn't max crate it. But I went and bought the Wampa Datacron.
Oh, okay.
So I need to really hunker down. And it's not like there's a lot of character ones out there that I need anymore. But I need to grind that Wampa Datacron because that thing is a monster.
Gotta grind that Wampa, huh?
We're grinding Wampas, baby. Have you seen that thing? Like the numbers on it? I mean, it's kind of stupid, and I like it.
The best part, it's not on defense.
It isn't. Yeah, no, it's the number one attacking team on SWGoH.gg GAC Insights, right? So you go in there and just look at total battles. 57,000 battles have been recorded with this. That's 4,000 higher than Jedi Master Kenobi. Like, people are using their Wampas, and it's winning a lot. 80% overall win rate against Jabba. That's awesome. 57,000 against... Oh, that's a terrible number. No, it's way more. Battles are... No, that's correct. That's the total. I know how to read. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. You look at what it can beat. I mean, it smokes Jabba, it smokes Tarkin, which feels weird. Like Tarkin's not supposed to be scary, but in 3v3 he is. Leia, Saw, Mon Mothma. People have used it against Slicker. It doesn't win, but people have tried it. But I mean, there's so many other.
Yeah.
Any non-Galactic Legend team it smokes, and some Galactic Legend teams it does. Like 65% against Leia, 80% against Jabba. That's pretty useful. So yeah, those are my two big goals, and I just like got out of our whole document. Where is it? There it is. Excellent.
You don't need it. It's fine. Go.
I don't need it. I don't read it anyways. I usually just derail. Let me tell you about when I was a kid. Yeah. So before we go into talking about our feels or this week's top stories, I want to give a quick shout out to our fantastic Patreon supporters. If you enjoy what we do and you want to be a big honking part of this community, the best way to do it is to go to patreon.com/Galactic War Report, click on whatever the thing is that makes it look like you're going to give us money, and do just that. Give us some money. It helps us produce the show. Helps pay for all this, beautiful sound gear that you hear our soothing voices on. The amazing webcam that Josh is going to have to buy soon, apparently. All that. We thank each and every one of you for your support. It keeps the lights on and the sandcrawlers running. Now then, punch it, Pop-Tart.
Speaking of punching it, I did try to make it to where I'm sharing my screen. Can you see me sharing my screen as my camera?
I can. Yeah,
man,
I can see.
I'm so proud of myself.
You have a screen share going where I see your face. Your webcam is actually still blank in our program. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I'd love it. Well, either way, hey, it doesn't matter what's going on. We're making it.
You know what today. It is? It's the Minox chewing on the power couplings.
There you go. Right, 100%. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Lightspeed Bundles, and then a little bit about a data mine, and then also too about Hondo requirements. We didn't talk about that last week. So,
yeah, sure.
But Lightspeed, if you've been long you're not living underneath a rock, I guess. There's a lot of people that probably don't go into the store all the time, but
or if you're just like someone who goes out and touches grass instead of playing this game.
That's where I felt bad from. So if you're not, but yes, if you have been playing in game, you have seen we have some Lightspeed bundles that are in there, and pretty nice. I mean, it's one of those things where both Leia and Sith Eternal so much easier to go through to get now. The one that matters, the one that's kind of fun, is the fact that you can get your C-3PO, and you don't have to go through all the troubles that we had to go through, relicking up. Not even relicking up. I actually think I did have a couple relics when I finished mine. Like, building up your Ewoks to be able to do a horrible event. Guess what? You can pay $24.99, and that's just done for you. You
all of your Ewoks are Relic 7.
7.
Relic 7.
I had to laugh. 7.
I might do this. And I've got several Relic 7 Ewoks. I'm just a lunatic.
I will say this whole thing though is really good about giving Relic 7s. It definitely has a lot of value to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So now the next one for it is actually going to be for Sith Eternal and Thrawn, but again, $24.99. You get Phoenix, you get Rebels. I mean, you get a lot through that one. So basically, if it's a light side Rebel or Phoenix, you're basically getting it other than like CLS and Han and those pieces to it. But still, really, really good on that side.
Yep. Now they are Relic 5.
Relic 5 on those, yeah.
On those, but still, it's twice as many characters almost. So
agreed. And then when you look at the R2, you actually go through and you actually do get R7s. And they're troopers. So it's like, Moff Gideon, you actually have,
Dark Trooper.
Dark Trooper, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's really, really good. And then lastly, the Leia one, again, $24.99, which I feel like it's a good price. Again, that's going to be Relic 7s. I mean, it really, again, if you do not have these two, Galactic Legends, it's going to cost you a couple of dollars, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than than what it is for a lot of other folks. So,
and even like late game players, your Ewoks are not Relic 7.
yeah, right.
Your Imperial Troopers aren't all Relic 7, right? And I say late game players, I mean like me.
Yeah, me.
People with rosters exactly like mine, you know? And I mean, there's some value in that because you look at what they can do and they're all Relic 7, so you can use them in territory battles. Like for the first 3 phases. That's pretty cool. Especially, I think some of those troopers are kind of more maybe useful. I don't know. Gideon, at least. I don't know.
That is a tough part. Back in the day, though, I mean, that would have been amazing because I miss Imperial Troopers. I miss being able to use those to take down a couple people. It just was somebody that used all the time, but still, you know, it really, I mean, it is pretty good. Now you do get Drogon for the Leia one. You get Drogon, of course. You get a Relic 7 Lobot, so you're welcome.
Yeah, man.
But and again, you got Captain Rex, which is another great one as well. So I mean, you really do have some decent characters in there, and of course, you have Backpack Chewie. So I mean, honestly, it's a pretty nice one as a whole, and you can basically put a team together if you need to with Leia on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, you're probably not going to use Lando or Lobot, but I mean, it's Relic 7. Why not?
Lobot
right?
required for something though?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he is. So
yeah, I think for Leia.
Whatever. Yeah, probably.
But
oh,
yeah.
that would make sense because it's in the Leia pack. Yeah, I don't mind seeing these. I think they're an incredible value for new players.
Mm-hmm.
You get you the Imperial Trooper pack, give like literally one Zeta, do one Zeta on Veer's leader, and you are off to the races.
Agreed. Yeah. And especially new players. I mean, that is such a good team. Especially for those ones that make it difficult. But yeah, so those are out there already. So if you don't have a chance yet, go out and get them. Obviously, get you a little bit more GP.
And that kind of compounds too, because you buy one, now you've got all the requirements for R2. Sweet. Now you got R2 ready for your Leia. You know, like they feed into each other.
Oh, definitely.
I know. And look, there might be some newer players hearing this, or some players that just free to play players and think $25, get out of here. Go kick rocks. Right. And that's fair. A lot of people don't pay any money for this game. I pay a little. Some people pay a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, $25 in this game usually doesn't get stretched as far as that's going to stretch by getting all those characters at Relic 7. So take that as you may. It's a good value relative to the GOH economy.
See, that's a tough part. It's just to this economy. I mean,
sure.
Because even, I mean, not to be bad, but like, I mean, Ewoks at Relic 7. What are you going to do with them?
Oh, man. All the things I could do with Relic 7 Ewoks. No, I have, let me see, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, I have Chirpa, Logray, and Nisa at Relic 7 for territory battle deployments, you know?
Yeah.
Nisa was required. Chirpa and Logray, I said, yeah, that's stupid. I'll do it. But, you know, if I could kick my Wicket and Paplu up to 7 for $25, it's not a great value, but I would consider it because that's saving me 6 relic levels. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to, you know, I don't know.
Now, who knows though? Maybe at some point we'll move on to the Lightspeed tokens. So it looks like right now, and I actually thought for a moment, I'm not going to do it, but I really thought about it just because it's a smuggler and it's up to Relic 5 and then 7 stars. And so for me, for my Zori Bliss, I mean, she's not even fully at 7 stars.
Yeah.
But on the other side to it, so it's $14.25 or $14.99, depending on where you buy it. But like, I was thinking about it. I won't lie, but I think I'm gonna hold off. But that is kind of nice in some ways. So if in some ways too you have all these characters and these Lightspeed tokens come in, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It just again, Zori Bliss to me, even though I know it's like, even if I get her to Relic 5, I don't have the Omicron, so she's just going to sit there and basically not be used. So it's kind of a challenge, but still, you know.
I'm looking at my troopers right now.
No.
And that's like 16 16 relic levels, if I'm doing the math right. That's a lot of relics, man. That is a lot.
For the R2 one?
Yeah, was Veers included in that though? No, he's not. He's
Nope.
not. Okay. But still, if you got a weak little Veers, he doesn't need to be strong. Make him fast, give him a Zeta, and then you got all these other homies that are going to get the job done. So
that one's not bad either. And I would actually like to have Moth and Dark Trooper up a little bit higher. I mean, mine's I think only Relic 5, so I mean, it would
Range
be nice
Trooper,
to get to 7.
Mine's Relic 3. I wouldn't mind him hitting a little harder, you know.
For me, even Shore Trooper is not even Relic, so that's kind of a challenge. But yeah. Now, speaking of when it comes to troopers, inside of the data mine, there's actually looking like there's going to be a Lightspeed token for that. So it is going to have different troopers inside of that, and as well as some of the Night sister troopers. So your Enoch, you know, and also to the Biter, you know, so you can go through, and that does look like it's a Kyber one as well, which is going to be, I think, Relic 5, if I remember right. Could be wrong. I believe, no, it's going to be, Relic 5. So that'd be 7 stars, Relic 5, ability tier 7s. So it looks like that could be coming out in the near future as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, other pieces...
I get the FOMO of like, but then my troopers aren't going to be Relic 7. And you saw me go through that. Like my eyes lit up. I'm like, 16 Relic levels? I'm still not going to use them. You know? Like, so I don't know.
Well, I think that will play into what the whining that I'll do here in a moment. But
oh, yes.
But
yes, please.
First, let's talk a little bit about a data mine, which... Actually, no, I'm going to do the Hondos because I do think it's going to put me into that mindset. So the Hondo requirements real quick.
Sure.
Brutus is going to be Relic 7, expected, right? No big deal. Vane, Relic 7, no big deal.
I would expect, yeah.
Right? Now, the other Relic 9, which feels like we're going to get one per section here, is going to be General Kenobi, which, honestly, that's not horrible. I mean,
a lot of us have him at 8 already. And hats off, it actually makes lore sense.
I know, right?
Like Hondo and Kenobi were always going at it in the Clone Wars, so it makes sense.
And Gas is Relic 9. It just, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. And there's the big thing, too, is when you look at the actual, I mean, that Kenobi team, I mean, it just makes it to where almost everybody's Relic 9 now, because if you have Padme, most likely Relic 8. Kat basically had to be Relic 9 if you have Ahsoka. Snips, Relic 9. So, I mean, if you have Gas in the group, guess what? He's going to be Relic 9 too. I mean, it's basically making that team be at the max, you know? But
which for territory battles, for like not the ultimate, you know, Maw and Ka kind of guilds, but guilds like us, where we might make it to that Relic 9 one. Well, now we got a whole team that's going to be Relic 9, able to do something in there. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not a Relic 9 Lobot or something. Agreed. You know, that's a pretty good one.
And so the last requirement is going to be Chirrut at Relic 5, which, again, if you got the pack not too long ago, that was got them into relics, and you're done.
Yeah. So easy peasy.
Overall, when you kind of look at kind of where we are, we still got one bundle left. which we know how many more? Yeah. So how many other marquees you're going to have? Because there has to be at least 1 or 2 marquees in here. Oh yeah. So we have,
it'll be Silvo, right?
Yep.
I think that's it. I think he's the last marquee pirate.
Must be, yeah. So I mean, as a whole, I mean, it really is 2 marquees in the first and the second one. 1 Relic 9, Kenobi, and then Skywalker. Not a big deal. I mean, Rey Scavenger, I guess her Datacron is going to make her better. Most people have her at Relic 7 anyway, so that's only 1. So it really doesn't feel too crazy. So I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see for the last one just to kind of see what it is. And realistically, we're just not even too far away from probably them coming out, probably the next month or 2.
Yeah. I would think so.
I mean,
and then it's going to be go time. You know, people are going to be scrambling.
I hope that he's going to be a little bit better than Ahsoka. But on the other side to it, if he's equivalent to Ahsoka, I don't think it's bad either. Like, she's not a bad GL. You don't do a lot with her.
Yeah. I mean, she also never had a raid.
True.
You know, Hondo has a raid. So, and he darn well better do something in it.
I know he better.
God.
He better. So that's going to be your requirements for it. Other than, you know, I mean, we had veteran Chewie. It's really not too bad.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe there's going to be a Datacron coming out where we just can't play any other events or anything because he's going to beat everybody up. Who knows?
Absolutely possible. That's always around the corner.
So, all right. So the last piece that I have for the news piece is going to be for the bonus drops. And there will be some bonus drops coming from 9.5 up to 9.7. Now, before you get saying yay and jumping up and feeling the happiness, well, unfortunately, the only way that you get these bonus drops is going to be if you have Relic 3 pirates, meaning Brutus, Kick. I guess it Kick. That's Kick. Sorry. Captain, and then, of course, Quiggled. You know, so we basically, if you have them at Relic 3, then you can participate. Now, unfortunately, if you're not Relic 3, and again, this is just in data mine, who knows, this may be different, but you're probably not going to get anything. So it's weird. Like, and I know, again, the only one for us that right now it's Brutus. He's not, like, you had to buy the pass to get it. And again, I know this game is about making money. That's the whole point of this game. It's still a challenge to say now you are actually saying you have to spend money in this game to even get bonus drops. I
get the sentiment, and I will say this as someone who that was my chair squeaking. I did not just fart into the microphone this
new
time.
Type of content, right?
yeah that's you need to go on Patreon for that content. No, I will say, as someone who has these characters at Relic 3, at the end of the Brutus event, I had 60 out of 65. Then this news came out that, hey, you're going to need them at Relic 3, and you can't do that unless you get that last 5. So I went and spent the crystals and got one more pack where you're almost certainly going to get 7, but I didn't get 7. I got 5.
Oh,
which was exactly what I needed. So I was fine.
Sure.
I was just like, you know, if I'm going to get bad odds, I'll take it this time when it's still exactly enough. So yeah, I'm going to benefit from this, but I do look at it from the objective lens of like, why? Like, and I don't know, because we don't have the details yet, right? It's just data mined, and like we'll see kind of what it shakes out to even be. But like, couldn't you just give everyone some bonus drops? And like, if you have them all at Relic 3, you get this extra cool thing. Instead of, if you didn't spend some money, you're not participating in this free event. Like, it feels like the whole point of spending money the value proposition that was made nearly 10 years ago, and we've all kind of agreed to, is if you spend money, it saves you time.
Yeah.
So, like, you're going to spend money and get that character done quicker. And that's great, right? This kind of stretches that agreement by saying, like, if you don't spend money, you don't actually get to participate in a thing. And I know it's not its own event. It's not like you can't do a territory battle or you can't do a raid or something. It's just bonus drops. It's not an event per se that you get to do an extra thing, but it still feels like there's a party and you didn't pay enough money, so you're not invited.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I think that's and again, I tell myself this all the time. This game is not about fun. It's about money, right?
I tell myself that. I tell my cat that. I tell my kid that if they're sitting next to me when I'm playing.
Because, I mean, if you, again, it's not being bad, it's just being honest. I mean, if you get a new character, it's not like you're going out there and playing with it right off the bat. You know, it's taking time. I mean, you think about the pirates.
It's getting more like that.
It is.
It is getting more like that now that you don't have to be Relic 7 to do anything. Like, I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters that I have used in this raid that are not even 7 stars. That's kind of cool. You know, just to be fair, it is moving in a direction that makes them more useful earlier. But that doesn't matter if it excludes you from this bonus drive. That does not put a Band-Aid on the feeling of being left out of that.
Yeah, I think it's just again, it's that mentality of, like, what is the main purpose of this game? And I think that, like, everybody plays it for a different reason, but, like, what is the fun factor of it? Mm-hmm. You know, if it's Grand Arena, right? Like, if your thing is Grand Arena, which is amazing and to a lot of people it is,
yeah,
you know, then basically you just play and you do everything that you can for Grand Arena. And I think for myself, that's really where most of our crystals come from, most of, like, the fun piece.
It's the competitive part. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So if I'm not doing Grand Arena and, like, territory wars are, I mean, just being honest, they're rough, right? Like,
yeah,
you're going to
We didn't even
defense.
fill all of our defenses this last one. We had some empty spots.
And then territory battles is fun, but on the other side, like, even the raid itself, there's fun aspects to it. But if I go through and I buy $24.99 to buy all those rebels, I can't use them in the raid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be able to use any of those characters in Grand Arena. I mean, I might be able to use them if I decide to go through and do my Galactic War and just play around with them, right? Like, that's, but again, that's kind of I'm hoping at some point, like, we can find a way to get it to where, I mean, you get the characters, and even if it is a lower relic level, lower, like, star level, you can do something kind of more fun with it.
Yeah.
Than just beat your head up against the wall sometimes.
I mean, you know? I give them credit for expanding as the roster has expanded. You know, it used to be Galactic War was your big challenge. Galactic War and Squad Arena. Those were the two things you'd fight through every day, you know? And there is a lot more, but as the roster expands, they have to get more and more creative with how they mobilize those characters. Because you can do invent all sorts of crazy game modes, and you can give a small list of characters that are even usable in that game mode. And one of those characters can be Jedi Knight Guardian, and still no one's going to use Jedi Knight Guardian for anything, right? Mm-hmm. Like, some characters are just going to be that with this many in the game, but that needs to be the exception to the rule instead of the rule. And I give them credit for allowing us to experiment with these different characters in various ways over especially the last couple of years. I feel like they've done a much better job. Conquest does that. Territory Battles does that really well. But, say you've got all your teams mapped out for territory battles. This new pirate team comes out, and let's say they do great at territory battles. Now that means one of your other teams that you really enjoyed using no longer participates in territory battle. And like, that's kind of the nature of it, is it chews teams up and spits out the weak.
It is.
And that's a tricky problem. I don't know the answer. I don't know how that is solved, because so much of the design is like shoehorned into this team is going to be these 5 characters. You're not going to be taking Darkside Ray out and putting in some new first order unit. You know what I mean? Like it's really kind of it's been greatly decided for us what these teams are going to be. And so some of our toys, that means we just don't get to play with them really. And kind of hurts.
If there was just something out there that you could use them for, I mean, again, even because I think even sometimes too, where with the Datacrons, not the Datacrons, but the actual inside of Conquest, I felt like the discs are not made for you to be just super powered. Like,
not anymore. No.
Right? Like
those first few Conquests, yes, but it's been a grind for a while.
And then even if you have the great discs and you bring in some of those characters into like the last 2 tiers, it's not a guarantee win anymore. It's not. It's not that scenario. So I mean, and I'm starting to like enjoy Conquest more because I can actually use the characters on a regular basis, especially when I'm done. Which is kind of overall kind of nice. But I do think, I mean, probably the crap in the punch bowl for me is going to be Grand Arena, and I think that's where we probably need to move to as well. But like, I started my first thing when it came to first round against Darth Donkey.
That's awesome.
Lovely, by the way, right?
Darth Donkey is potentially my favorite player name I've ever heard. I love it. Really right? like it.
I couldn't beat SLKR. So like at that point, like again, it's that inner 8-year-old in me where, I go through and of course my first match I always do is going to be Queen P. I take her down, I go Bane. Through first Bane with Bane. Yep. You know it's going to win. Satisfying. It doesn't matter what you do.
You can't mess it up. Yep.
You're going to do it. So I get good chunk, right? And then I lose against SLKR with a mirror match. Then I go through and said, okay, let me try Kenobi. Lost that one. Then I went through and used Ahsoka. Lost there. Lord Vader, lost there. C, lost there. I mean, I had almost every GL going against this one team in which, luckily enough, I got some guidance to maybe try something else later on. By the way, it didn't work, but thank you. It really meant that I got 65 points and they got a whopping 1091.
Yeah.
And all I had to do, like I probably could have went through and battled and got a few more, right? But in the grand scheme of I was just so annoyed.
But it's not fun to do that. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So then in round 3, guess what? Guess what's there? SLKR. I got 11 points that time. So I took down one person and then I just quit. I think that's where I think that's where for me, like if I at least have some type of win where I feel pretty good. And I think the hard part right now is I don't have a lot of like what I'm grinding isn't there. Mm-hmm. So that means that I'm not getting that piece to it. And then I'm getting the GAC. Like this is just a mean relationship right now. I need some wins, man.
Yeah.
But I will say, which I'll say for the round 2 was kind of fun. We both still, like, they gave up right off the bat. It was me just in round 1. So I felt bad. This was against Mando T. They had 48 points and they lost to Jabba and had a really rough time to come back. So, hey, it is what it is. Now, for myself, I got stuck on Bo in the back. Well, that sounds Bo Jackson, right? You know, got Bo in the back.
Bo knows the back.
He knows everything.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, so then I ended up, I had some fun. It was my first time facing Jedi Master Mace. That was kind of nice. Lord Vader ate that up real well. Bo beat the Darth Revancron with Zalbar in that, which was great. Balin was fun. I enjoyed taking down Saw on that one. My SLKR, because they didn't have one on defense, took down their Lord Vader. And then Ahsoka did great against the Tarkin clone. So I felt pretty good, except for I couldn't do a full clear. So I didn't, the max I did was 1253. So it really felt like it was like,
yeah,
you know, but so yeah, that's my Grand Arena / complaining. So sorry, I apologize.
Well, that 1253 is more points than I earned all week. So that's something. I see round 3 just says loss SLKR. And I see that you put up 11 points. So I don't think you need to tell that story. I think we all know exactly what that means.
Yeah, it was a rough one. Actually, I talked about it already, so you must.
Oh my God, seriously?
I did, yeah.
Oh my God. I was looking at your matchups from round 2. Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, it was tough. SLKR, like I'm ready for that Datacron to go away.
Yeah.
And I know I had one person go through to tell me, well, just go get it.
Oh, that's where I see on the, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So, I agree. Maybe I should have went out and got it. Is it totally free to play? No, but it's not like it's at the end of the world. But
yeah,
I don't think that one thing should make it to where you just don't get to play.
I agree. It shouldn't. But it did.
It did.
It really did. Yeah. And, like last week, I was talking about that Datacron and the impact it had on my mental health. And I swore that if I saw it again, I would just stay away from it. It's like a rattlesnake, Yeah, it can kill me. But if I just don't approach it, it's not going to bite me. Right? So that's what I did all week. I saw it all 3 rounds, but I didn't touch it. And I am really glad. So round 1, I go up against Sweener. I don't mind the name. It's like Tatooiner. I saw that tomfoolery on defense, and I said, no, I will attack everything else, and I will not feed it any of my good teams. On defense, my Mon Mothma held against a Maul Mandalorian attack. My Lord Vader held against Bo. I love it when they attack my Lord Vader with a Bo-Katan. And Lord Vader just says, no, we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. That was nice. And then held against Jedi Master Kenobi as well. So that felt pretty good. I only put up a total of 625, but they could only get 261. So that score right there is the new state of Grand Arena. I would love to see the data on what the average score is now versus what it was last time we did 3v3.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's a lot lower.
Oh, I bet.
But we had different ray problems. And we've had, we still got ray problems, but Anyways, round 2, I go up against Ian, maybe? E-I-E-N. Ian? I can't say it without going up in a question at the end. Ian? Maybe that's how it's said. I only did one attack. I took out their Inquisitors, their Riva Inquisitors, with my Treya, because I figured that would be an easy little win. But that was the day my family went to the Michigan Renaissance Festival. So I was a little more concerned with, like, kilts, because it was the Scottish weekend. And
your kilt, right?
Well, my kilt and kilt shopping.
Okay.
And no, I scanned everyone's kilt there because you're looking for someone from your clan. And I didn't see a single one. Last year I saw several, but alas. So anyways, I did my one battle, and then like 5 o'clock came and went, and I didn't really see much. And I log in and I saw, okay, well, they did 3 battles. So good job. You won. I lost 64 to 171. But Lord Vader held again against Jedi Master Kenobi.
Nice.
And Bo-Katan and Wampa and Sith Eternal Emperor. They never beat my Lord Vader.
Wow.
So that was something, I guess. Round 3, I go up against Maverick in the final round. And it's a rough start. But I log in and they've got 175 points. So I'm kind of thinking like they didn't just do 1 and quit. Because the 1 means like I don't want to get 0, but I might come back to this.
Yeah.
175 is more like I did what I care to do. You know, like so I was hoping for that. And I start my attack, and Sith Eternal, like .gg said that Sith Eternal can beat Leia. And I'm like, okay. I don't use that often. I think I have in the past, but I got smoked.
Oh, no.
Same thing happens. Bo-Katan could take out Ahsoka Tano. Sweet. No, not today, buddy. Afra, I know for a fact, can take out Zori Bliss.
Yeah.
Not on this day. No. And then I'm frustrated, right? But then I'm winning a few other battles in between. It wasn't all 3 right off the bat. I think the first battle was Queen Amidala, honestly. But I'm frustrated, and I'm like, I just need a couple wins. That's it, you know? And they never attacked again. So I won 380 to 175. I ended up timing out. I just 2.5 minutes left. I threw Gungans in to see if they could beat Shorty. And it's like, of course they can't, because they're both just defensive monsters and have no attack. So I ended up going 2 and 3 and scoring less than 1,000, or barely over 1,000 points all week.
Hey,
and that's honestly, that's like best case scenario for Grand Arena for me right now, because the new state of Grand Arena for me is full clear is not a thing we're doing these days. And I didn't stream today because I was busy and tired and just like, I don't know, been looking at a computer screen all day. Sometimes the headspace isn't there. Last week I had the week off from streaming. And I just feel like this is not a good season to stream, because it's just miserable matchups over and over and over. So, speaking of over and over and over tedium, who you grinding?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm getting closer. I mean, I'll take that as a win. Now, I was able to take for my Dirty Clones, CX, went to Relic 7. So ended at 74 out of 100 previously, got to Relic 7. That was really nice. So now all I have left is Scorch. And so they went from 66 out of 85 up to 19 out of 100. So not too far off. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Went from Relic 3 to Relic 4. So it's one of those things where, I mean, we're getting there. And I'm going to take him Scorch up to Relic 7. And then hopefully Lord Vader can get me some holds like yours. But
yeah.
Now, Mace, I have Depa, went from 30 out of 65 up to 72 out of 85. So I want to get her done real quick so I can get back to signal data.
Yeah.
She's just sitting at...
I hear
she's
that.
At 13, gear 13, which is weird. Relic 0, I just... feels weird, but
isn't it?
I don't want to use any of... I mean, now that's one downside of having it to where the characters can go up to relics quicker. I mean, I got to be prepared, but either way, she's getting closer. Now, Temple Guard went from 72 out of 85 up to 49 out of 100. So really not too far off on that one too. Now, if I remember right, like, I mean, I think we're probably going to have a Mace here in the near future based on kind of what the events page had, but
feels like it.
I don't think we're going to be ready. At least me. I'm not sure about you, but we'll be close. Hopefully that'll be the side too. I'm ready for Mace too. I think that is like, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like he's not going to be crazy, amazing, and awesome, but I still am looking forward to kind of get him going. So
it'll help in the raid. And he's not even amazing in the raid, but it's better than not having him for sure.
I think that's basically why I play this game. It's because I gotta have him. So
it's better than not
having him. So, but yeah, nothing in the Hondo front. Nothing really changed on there. So yeah, that is really. And then Omicrons, I'm just sitting at 8 left. So yeah, I basically had 3 things. We're getting there though at some point. So yes. Oh, and my SME there, he did go up a little bit, but we're probably going to be last. Looks like it's probably going to be last one before I go through and unlock him too. So
yeah,
I need to do better with that one. But
well, he's not even a pirate that I use in the raid anymore. Like
that's the tough part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's at 265 right now, so it's really going to be by the end of the last one. I do have a ton of currency for Conquest now that he's in the shop too, so I probably just got to use that up. But still, so that is my grind, which is a little bit whiny. I need a little bit of WD, but that was the grind. So, and more like crunching. I'm going to say not grinding, but crunching. So
it's a crunchy grind. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little rough.
So I need to know. I got to have some positivity with this because I'm lacking, I guess, a little bit today. So who you grinding?
I get it. It's like you watch the news in the morning and it's just, it's awful. It's just terrible. Bad international story after... it hurts. So you need some good news. And then you see Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged. And suddenly you get a little hope. Little hope. So let's see if I've got that level of hope. I don't think I do. My Mace grind. Let's see. Scorch has gone. He's the last of the clones needed. He has gone from 41 up to 65 out of 100. He is if Mace comes around and I'm not ready, it's going to be because of him. And that's not that far, 65 out of 100, but it just depends on when he comes around. My Temple Guard has gone from 72 out of 100 up to 7 stars, and from Relic 4 up to Relic 5. So neat. Depa Balaba went from 59 out of 85 up to 29 out of 100. She is Relic 3. And, I guess I could take her to 4 now, but whatever. I obviously don't have signal data because I'm grinding Depa Balaba, but she'll be done in the next few days. So I'm not particularly worried about that. The Hondo grind. some decent progress there. Hondo was already at Relic 9, I believe, last time we recorded. So now I have kicked Veteran Snuggler Chewbacca from Relic 5 up to 7. Ithano is, this says 66 out of 85. I think that's right. Yeah. Relic 3. Quiggled is now 10 out of 85. I think, yeah, he did not change. Kicks, though, went from 13 up to 20 out of 85 and went from Gear 12 up to Relic 3. And I will say, like, I used him in that last raid. Pirates are still kind of bad.
Yeah.
But it's helpful for sure because Quiggled, every move is an AoE, which I think I meant to complain about that last week. And I don't know if I ended up getting to it or not, but that's annoying because everyone has Retribution and Quiggled just keeps getting rocked. So having Kicks on the team kind of heals him up. Can revive him. I didn't end up needing to, but yeah, so I like Kicks as an addition there. Brutus, like I mentioned, I got him up to 60 out of 65, and I heard that I needed him at that 65 quite badly. So I bought the 1-pack, kicked him up to 5 stars, which is enough to get him to Relic 3. So I get to do the event and the mace stuff. I just keep my eye on the prize for that. As far as abilities, last time I had everything except for Brutus, I think. And now I have given Brutus his, I have everything except for Vayne. So I just got to get Vayne his Zeta, and then I'll be good, darn it. Omicron. This was kind of fun because I knew that I gave someone a territory battle Omicron, and I was trying to tell you before the show who it was, and I was like, I think I did a Bad Batch one, and I look at my Bad Batch, clearly not. Maybe was it like Depa? Is she? Did I? And I look her up. No, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. I figured it had to be a newer character.
Yeah.
Because there's been several good new territory battle Omicrons. No, it was Hu Yang. I gave Hu Yang his Omicron, and I wouldn't have thought of it. I really had to put some work in on looking up the best territory battle Omicrons on .gg and whatnot. But the reason I did that is his whole team is Relic 7 or higher. So he can instantly contribute. I've been a little underwhelmed by Ahsoka's performance in territory battle, and I think that should help. And I use that team on several nodes, including the young Lando node, where Lando's going to get smoked, but you just need the rest of them to survive and do the thing. And that is a really good survivability. Like the whole team just keeps full healing and getting stronger. And that's what you need in one of those endless ranks of Imperial troopers levels. So,
and it goes through and does the stacking too for the defense penetration.
Yeah, exactly. Which is great because there have been multiple times where it's the, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the young Lando one where you face Tarkin in the second wave. And it comes down to just Ahsoka versus Tarkin. And like, you can't do enough damage. And, or maybe she's got a couple cronies with her, but they can't do enough damage. And so like just ramping her up, even if everyone else died, if you could ramp her up in the first wave, and if everyone else dies, now she's ramped up and she's whooping Tarkin.
Yeah.
So that's my ideal end state. We'll see. That's all we got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least we didn't recommend you pay any attention at all. to the slicker and gray 3v3 team. Just walk away. Just ignore it. It can't hurt you. It's not real. If you want to continue the conversation, join our Discord server. It's linked in the show description. Become a real live Jawa by supporting us on Patreon and share your thoughts by leaving us a podcast review. Big thanks also go out to Pabuapa and SWGoH.gg and SWGoHevents.com for providing all the hard data we misinterpret weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.